Hey guys, welcome to Meet the Owner, where we're all about making an impact through entrepreneurship. I'm very happy to announce that we have now started a mini series where we talk to people who are in a job but have also started a business alongside it. These are people who aspire for more and are doing something about it. In this second episode, I'm speaking with Emils. He is a teacher and an artist. Guys, if you like the content that we're providing, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. So, welcome, Emils.
Hello.
So, Mills, if you just tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from, what do you do?
Well, as Chico said, my name is Mills, and currently I live in Preston in UK, but I come from Latvia. 27 years of age, and currently I work as a teacher in nearby college. But on the side of that, I also do art.
Okay. So, when did you get into teaching?
Well, teaching has been something that I had on my heart since I was young. So, but as a career itself, it's been the second year. So officially, I graduated and started to become a teacher last year. So this is my second year.
No, okay. So, was it quite hard to get into teaching then? What was it? What was the process like?
Um, you can say yes, as the course itself, because you had to get a degree, and after the degree, you need to go back and do PGC, which is postgraduate certificate in education. So that one itself, it's quite hard to do because you have to do university course, and in the same week you need to do your teaching as well. So it can get quite time consuming, but if you're headstrong and you have very good time management, it's easy to do. So only
Mm.
takes a year. Once you've done it, you're a teacher. So
Okay. And what's that process like actually teaching kids? So even getting into your job, or did you find it quite easy to get the job?
uh, sort of, because I did my work placement with Runtra College, and that's where I used to be a student myself time ago. So I had some abilities to communicate to the people in Runtra College. I got my placement there, and since then I've been there. So I had connections in there, and I was able to sort of see if they're advertising for jobs, which would help me then to communicate and put down my reference as well that I actually work for them and been a student there as well. So that was like a progression for a previous student now becoming an employee. So,
Mm.
but teaching itself, it's fun. It's very rewarding because every single day is a different as well. And end of the day, you're helping someone to move forward in their life. So that's a very rewarding career to go to.
Okay. And how have you found it like obviously moving from a different country to come here and be able to, work and, do business? How have you found that, the fact that you're from a different country, have you come here?
I think it was fun. That was one I can say as coming in, speaking different language, just into new culture. But at the beginning, I realized the moment I came in, I need to accept where I live and who I have around me. So I had to embrace myself with the culture, with the language,
Mm.
and understand the way people live here. That's the way I should be trying to live my best. So once I adjusted to that, took me some time. Since then, it was just putting a vision. Once I had a vision, what I want to do, just aiming for it. Don't have a vision, then you sort of passing through day to day without sort of knowing where you want to go.
Mm, okay. So obviously you've started something on the side that you do alongside your job. So what is it? If you just explain to us a little bit.
Yeah, so something I do on the side is art. So I do acrylic paint on canvas mostly. So that's something I do day to day out. As started as my hobby, slowly ended into type of business where I've been creating pieces for the people and selling them off and advertising them on social media. So it's something I do in a spare time. As you might see, one of my pieces behind me as well. That's something I've done a couple of weeks ago, and just something like I'd like to do.
Mm. So when did you start doing art then? How long have you been doing it?
Well, art itself to me came when I was younger. That's something
Mm.
I did when I was in a school, but then I sort of left it on a side. And I officially started to go back into art was roughly end of 2016. So nearly 4 years ago. That was something I picked up, got a few pieces, and then from then I thought, okay, art world is a never-ending career or a never-ending business, shall I say? So it will never die out in my eyes. So it's something you can pick up at any time.
Mm. Okay, so what made you actually think, wait a minute, it used to be a hobby. What made you think I can actually sell my pieces?
Well, it was just before end of 2016. I saw a friend of mine create an art piece, and they asked me how much would you pay for it. I looked upon it. I thought I can create myself this. I said £10, and I said no, no, no. Stuff like this sells for like 100, £200. I was like, are you for real? And then I realized that I've never looked on the prices or how the art world goes, especially in United Kingdom. So I thought I can create something like this. Why would I not try to create that into some extra income on the side? So that's when passion became. But it wasn't about the income or anything. But I thought I might as well turn that into something because I can't keep all the pieces to myself because I don't have enough space. So if not, I give it away. Then try to like make some money out of it.
Mm. Okay, so how did you get the message out there to say, obviously, I'm doing this, or how did you start to communicate what you were doing?
And the first thing what I did was create my own social platform. So Facebook is something I've not really used. I only started using recently because the social media world, Facebook is something that doesn't really associate to today's generation. So
Mm.
I jumped on Instagram because I know Instagram is quite high up right now in social media. So created my own page called Acrylic Damage. And from then I just started following people that do art themselves. And I was just constantly speaking to them. Sort of getting myself like a mentor out there who's already done something like that, who's starting from nothing and now is creating a lifestyle or if even to say career out of it. So for me that was just getting tips, how to do what to do and apply that to myself.
Okay, because I've noticed, obviously, on your Instagram, you do have quite, a few followers. So how did you build that follower base on Instagram?
I think it was consistency right at the beginning. In 2016, I had more time on my hands, so it was ensuring that you give to your audience what they want to see. So that's consistency. If you only make one post or one art piece a week or once a month, you ain't going to grow that quick. So I realized the way the society is demanding stuff is has to be daily. So there used to be times when I used to post or create stuff twice a day because I had more time. So that was the consistency at the beginning. And then you see the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So that was just the key thing for me, consistency.
Okay, and so how do you do it alongside your? Because obviously back then, I'm assuming you're not a teacher yet, but how do you do it alongside your job, your full-time job as a teacher?
It's knowing your time management. So knowing your time that you have. We all have 24 hours. We all need to eat. We all need to sleep. But we always have that time in between, which is for us to create or for us to waste. So for me, that was the way I budget my income is the same I budget my time. So there's knowing where you have spare time where you can do it. So I spoke to someone else who's an art teacher and he says, where do you get this time to do your work? Because he's a teacher himself. And one thing we realized that I don't have TV, he has a TV. And most of the time, what he does when he gets home is watch TV. So he realized, okay, that's his burden. That's something that takes his time off. Whilst for me, that's my time where I can create something. So it's adjusting to that. So once I get home, have a bit of rest, do some exercise, spend some time with my wife, and then spend maybe 1 to 2 hours each day of just pure art because we all got that time. So you just finding the priorities. So
Mm. Mm. So why did you decide to obviously do things, or what's the end goal of having this business that you started?
well, the ideal is to excel and grow so that one day I could earn enough to make that my living. Because I know with art world there is endless opportunities. Is the key thing is just to find your own style, which took me roughly 2 to 3 years till I find my own style. And once you find your own style, then it's just practice. Because I'm self-taught. I've not gone to school. I've not gone anywhere else to learn about art. It was all myself picking up, watching endless YouTube videos, buying loads of resources, and just trying. So that my end goal is to one day be able to make that into a living. Who knows, maybe become an art teacher. And then when I go to work as well, I'll just give that to kids.
Okay. And so, did you need a lot of money to start?
At beginning, I would say no. It depends what you like. So right at the beginning, you can easily start something off with £100. That will give you enough resources to get yourself canvas or some pads, some basic paint. Because if you don't have that skill of painting yet, you don't want to go to the high-end materials and resources and then start practicing on them, because they do cost a lot, and you don't want to start wasting all that when you haven't properly learned that. So if you want to start something at the beginning, it's not that expensive in my eyes, because if you are able to then to resell something, you get the money back. So, but when you progress, the more you invest, the more you will get out.
Okay.
But I'd rather start now.
Okay, good. So what are the benefits that you've actually seen so far of actually having this business alongside your work?
Benefits, would say personally, will be with your mental state as well, as it's very relaxing, especially if you had a very busy day and things can happen in your workplace. When you get home, it's just a nice way to relax, and you just whip out a paint, take some brushes and do some canvas and just create your own world, create something that someone else might like. Also, there's been times when I have inspired others to pick up their brush and start recreating wear pieces as well. So that's always been a great side, and the key for me is just to inspire others. If I always say, if I was able to do this, or if I'm able to learn myself, then anyone can pick you up. Because with art, there is so many different types of art you can do, different forms. So you can just explore and you can just be yourself. You never have to copy someone else. And I think when you look in a business perspective, then art, in my eyes, like I said before, never die. And there is no one else that can copy you because you're unique. Someone can have your style, but you can always improve it. So there's endless stuff into it.
Okay, and you've kind of answered this question a little bit, but what does success mean to you?
What's success for me? For me, it's inspiring others. That's the success, because I've never been focusing on income, because in my mindset, income comes and goes. And when you pass away as well, you don't take it with you. So for me, that's not end goal. Income is always something byproduct of your work. So the main success I want to say is just being able to inspire someone, especially someone who might not have done it before, or they might struggle to realize what they could do in their life. So just pick up a brush, pick up a paint, and just be wild. So I think for me, that's a success, is just being able to inspire others, especially the young generation.
Amazing. Look, Emils, it's been amazing. I hope we can do this again sometime soon. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you for this as well.